Hello T students, welcome back. It's me again, your English teacher from T Challenge. In our class number 66, we are going to discuss a very long text that's important for you. We talked a little bit last class about how fast is the technologies due to mobiles or cell phones. You choose the best way you want to talk about these small beauties of technology. You probably are going to watch me in one of them, by the way. Keep in mind that it's important that this mobile phone market is booming. Another word for you. What does booming means in our text? We are going to check it out later. Why is important on these small pieces of technology that help very much nowadays? Let's check it out this text first. The mobile phone market is booming. There are now over 1 million telephone subscribers in the UK, the most in Europe. But Scandinavians are the most enthusiastic mobile phone users. Almost 1 in 100 Swedes has a mobile phone compared to 1 in 500 for the UK. Elsewhere in Europe, the use of the mobile phone has been limited. The growth in the UK is partly due to its deregulated communications market and the competition this introduced. At the moment, the cost of owning a portable phone in the UK is the cheapest in Europe. Using a portable phone in Sweden is more than twice as expensive as in the UK. And in France and Germany, it costs almost 5 times as much. The introduction of mobile phones is slowly increasing around Europe. The German government has authorized a third cellular network to cope with new demand. In Italy, a consortium is competing to provide the country's second system. It has been calculated there will be 30 million portable phones in use in Europe by the year of 2000. In Eastern Europe, it figures will be around 1.5 million. Well, of course, this text is important because here we have some important words. The one that I made you before. What does booming means in this text? If you say rising, you are correct. Other thing about interpretation here is, when do you think this text was written? If you are saying it's informative, you are right. The most important question here, is this text updated? If your answer is no, you are correct. Nowadays we have more than 5 billion mobiles around the world. This text was brought to you because it's important for you to remember to some texts are written in present moments, but after a time they are past. So their information are not as accurate as nowadays. It's important to keep in mind some old magazines, old newspapers are helpful to check out for different words that aren't used nowadays. Like the word booming, we change it to rising. Pay attention again to the underlined sentence. Telephone subscribers. Nowadays, we use an easier word. We have mobile users. Another thing is important is around the year of 2000, by the ending of the 90s, how was the telecommunication markets in UK? If you are looking for the word that's underlined, deregulated, you are correct. Because the companies were changing how they were going to do business with people. Another word that's underlined, and I want you to answer me, is what to cope with, this expression, to cope with, means in this text. What does to cope with means in this text? If you are saying another company that do the same service, you are correct. And the last but not the last, what does consortium means in this text? If you are looking for a company that is trying to pay for its space in the market, you are correct as well. It's important to remember that some written texts can use different time tenses because they were written somewhere in the past. They are good for you to check out how the times change and how it's important to keep a conversation with someone older than you. Remember, it's important to know the new, but it's also important to know the old. And also remember to download our app, keep practicing your vocabulary, your writing, your listen, and you are this close to achieve your dream to speak and have a good job in a multinational company. See you in the next class, guys. Bye bye.